Hello, good day. My name is Juan Santos, and I'm an outreach specialist for the Veteran Business Outreach Center. I am an Army veteran. I served for a little bit over 9 years on active duty. All my time on active duty, I did 4 combat tours to the Middle East. Also, I served as a military police and as an attack helicopter repair. Once I fulfilled my contract, I transitioned into the civilian life. I wanted to continue and pursue my education. I obtained a bachelor's in business administration and management from the University of Texas Pan American. Currently, I'm pursuing my master's in business administration from the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. I'll be your instructor for course certification module number 3. I will talk to you about business planning and market feasibility. It has 3 objectives. It describes reasons why small business fail. Also, it explains the importance of planning for your business in order to have successful business. Also, inform on how to develop your business plan and resources to help. Now, let's talk. Entrepreneurs don't plan to fail. They fail to plan. Why do business fails? Well, it can be for multiple reasons. For example, inadequate front-end planning, meaning not designating or allocating plenty of time to plan your business plan in multiple other areas. Also, insufficient capital, meaning not having sufficient funds to run your month-to-month business operations. Also, poor management, meaning as a small business owner, you're probably going to have to wear multiple hats: marketing, finance, and accounting, and whatnot. Multiple. Therefore, you're not an expert in all the areas. And that's where it comes in, the poor management. The wrong location. Yes, that is another very, very important. Wrong location. Location is essential. Why? Because you want to know where your customers are going to be. You want to place your business where it's going to be visible for all your customers or projected customers. Also, expectations. Not setting realistic, attainable, and measurable expectations. That's another why or reasons why business fails. Now let's move forward and talk about business plan. What is a business plan? Well, a business plan is nothing more than a written summary of an entrepreneur's proposed business venture, and it includes operational and financial details, the market opportunities and the strategy, along with the manager's skills and abilities. Why prepare a business plan? Well, a business plan defines and focuses business objectives. Also, it is essential to the loan application process. That manner, the loan officer won't have any doubts and will be certain that you'll be able to repay that loan. Also, utilized by experts for business advice. In case you want somebody, an expert, giving you further advice on specifics, he'll be able to guide you better. Also, it uncovers any omissions and or weaknesses that your business plan might have. Moving forward, what are some of the basic goals of the business plan? Well, one is to outline the nature and the context of the business opportunity. And it presents the approach you plan to take to exploit that opportunity. Besides that, it identifies the success factors. And last but not least, it is used as a marketing tool for raising financial capital and getting commitment. Very important. Moving forward, business plan audience, well, it is for 2 types of audience, the insiders and the outsiders. The insiders consist of firm's management and employees. Meanwhile, the outsiders has the investors, the customers, suppliers, and perhaps mentors. Business plan answers? Well, it answers who you are, what are you selling, to whom are you selling it, how are you planning on reaching your target market, how much money will it take, and how much profit will you make. Very important before you go into business and not knowing any of this. The business plan has 7 subsections. First one, it is the introduction, then products and services, manufacturing and operations plan, market analysis, sales plan, management plan, and last but not least, the financial analysis. Okay, let's move forward. Now let's look a little more in detail on this business plan, the introduction subsection. For example, the introduction, it has the name and location of your business, the legal structure. What legal structure have you chosen, or have you? Also, the owners. Is it one owner or multiple owners? Also, the definition of business, the history. Why should the business exist? What are you going to be providing? Also, the strengths and weaknesses of the business, in case you have not thought of that. Moving forward, products and services. Well, this one describes the product or services the company will be marketing. Also, provide a summary of the product line. Now, moving forward, now let's talk about manufacturing and operations plan. What does this consist of? It consists of the location. What are the physical characteristics of present location? For example, size, cost, zoning, suitability to purpose. How does the location affect your business in relation to proximity to markets, proximity to suppliers of raw materials, if you're producing something? Also, the physical facility. How much space and what structural features does a business require? For example, customers and vehicle access, inventory storage and equipment, merchandise display, expansion of potential perhaps, and availability of labor. For example, what is a labor market area? What capabilities, skills, and experience are available in the local market area? What training is required? What is the expected turnover? Now let's move to the market analysis. Market analysis has industry trends. Describe the projections and trends expected for the industry. Description of total market. Well, what is the present size of the market? What percentage of the market will you have? What is your market's growth potential? Also, discuss the economic, social, demographic, and political characteristics of this market. Besides that, it covers your target market. How will you attract and keep this market? How can you expand your market? For example, documentation of demand for market or service if it's relevant for your business. Also, a signed contract between the applicant and a buyer, or a letter of commitment, or a letter of interest. Now let's talk about competition. Who is your competition? What are they? Where are they? How large are they compared to your business? What are your competitors' strengths and weaknesses? Very important. Does your competition extend credit? Why are you different than them? What do you have to offer? Now let's move forward to the sales plan. For a sales plan, it will cover pricing policy. How are you setting prices and why? What markups, discounts will the business use? What is the relationship between your price and your image? Also, it covers distribution strategy. What channels does the competition use? Is the product available when the customer wants to buy? Is the product available where the customer wants to buy? Describe in detail the channels you plan to use to reach your market segment. All this is covered in the distribution strategy and they're very important in order for you to get a hold of your target market. Moving forward on the sales plan, now let's talk about promotion. Promotion covers advertising, personal selling, publicity, sales promotion. Yes, all these also very important under your sales plan. Now let's talk about management plan. Management plan, for example, who will make up the management team? What is their experience level? What is their education level? What will their duties and responsibilities be? How will management be compensated? All these, you need to structure it beforehand while you start planning all this business plan. Very essential before you start your business. Now let's move forward and talk about financial plan and information. For example, what is the total project cost of your business? What is total project cost? Here, we're going to abbreviate it TPC, which is equal to initial investment plus 6 to 9 months of operating expenses. Now, how much of that will you contribute out of your own pocket? Well, usually it's between 20 and 30% of your total project cost. In what forms? All cash? Well, not necessarily. There's cash, equipment, furniture, tools, and anything you have in order to use in your business. Now, how much do you need to borrow? Usually we go between 70 and 80% of total project cost. That's how much we estimate. How will the funds be used? Also, this is part on your financial plan. Now, let's talk about an example. This example, in order to set up a quick mart, Mr. and Mrs. Renewal would like to borrow $35,000 on a 5-year note at 8.75% interest per year. The following list of documents that fix asset and working capital requirements of the store. For example, it has building for $25,000, shelves for $2,500, cooler $1,500, cash register $1,000, and working capital, which is mostly inventory, for $15,000. It gives us a total capital requirement of $45,000. This is how much it is required for them to start their business. Now, the principal owners will put up to $10,000, leaving $35,000 to be borrowed. Now, this other slide, we have a sales projection, month 1 to month 6. It is breaking down in sales, cost of goods sold, gross profit, also the under operating expenses. We have the advertising, car expense, insurance, office supply, payroll, rent, utilities, and it gives us the total operation expenses. And at the very bottom, we have the operating income. As you can see, under month 1, the sales are $10,000. And then we have a cost of goods sold of $2,500, which gives us a gross profit of $7,500. And then we have the cost of each operating expense, giving us a total of $4,555. Now, this we're going to subtract from the gross profit, which will give us a total operating income of $2,945. Now, let's review our business plan. What we covered? We covered introduction, products and services, manufacturing operations plan, market analysis, sales plan, management plan, and last but not least, the financial analysis. Very important that you take your time in each one of these subsections in order for you to develop a very solid business plan. Moving forward, now let's talk about pitfalls of poor business plans. What are some of them? A high focus on the product and or services. Also, little familiarity with target market. And financial projections beyond industry norms, or unrealistic high growth projections, meaning they're not attainable, measurable, or realistic, just being too optimistic about it. Also, high reliance on specialty engineering, one large client or one large supplier. These are some pitfalls of poor business plans. Moving forward, now let's talk on some key reasons for loan denial. For example, poor cash flow or working capital, also poor market for product or service, and poor credit rating or low owner's equity, poor collateral, lack of competence, perhaps less than 2 years in business. These are some of the red flags that will come up to the loan officer and in turn be a loan denial. Now, in summary, what do we talk about? Business plans and why are they important? Now, business plans are crucial for long-term success. Make sure you plan all aspects of your business plan strategy and get help when you need it. Do not hesitate and find expert advice. If you have any further questions, you can contact us at bboc@utrgv.edu. Thank you for watching this instructional video and I hope you find it helpful. Have a good day.